Linnea Larson, and I'm a music therapist with AccentCare Fairview. Although I'm the newest member of the AccentCare Fairview team, I'm not new to music therapy and hospice care, as I've been working in the field for the better part of 20 years. I really love what I do, and so I'm excited today to be able to talk to you a little bit about songwriting at end of life and how I use this in my practice. What I've found is that people at end of life a lot of times have some things that they really need to say. Sometimes they're really profound, deep things, painful memories that they need to process through, significant events. Sometimes it's just something really joyful that they want to share with their friends, family, and people around them. And so I just want to walk you through briefly what the process looks like when I'm doing songwriting with a patient. If I were to come into a session and immediately bring up the idea of songwriting, most patients and family members shrink away and say, absolutely not, I'm not a composer, I don't know how to write music, I don't know how to play an instrument. And I reassure them that that's not what they need to do. Reassure them that I will guide them through the process. And that ultimately I'll be the one writing the music, but we're going to do this as a collaboration. So the first thing I do is I realize as we're talking through a session or going through a session and people start to talk to me, that a lot of what they have to say could make great lyrics for songs. So as they're talking, I'll start to furiously type on my phone what they're saying or write down on a piece of paper what they're saying. And at the end of it, I'll say, you know, you just came up with some great lyrics for a song. Would you be okay if I took this, worked with it a little bit, and brought it back to you, and together we'll write this song? And that's when they tend to get really excited about the idea. So, like I said, I gather all of my information, I take it home, I work with it, I synthesize it. Sorry, let me back up. Before I do that, I talk to the patient and I ask them what they want their song to sound like. Do they want it to sound happy? Do they want it to sound melancholy? Do they want it to be fast? Do they want it to be slow? What kind of instruments do they envision for a song? And this is, like I said, when they start to get really excited and they start to think, oh, okay, maybe I can do this. So I take all of that information home. I work with the words. I work with their words, and I put their words into some sort of order, into verses and a chorus. And then I bring it back to them and I share the verses and the chorus with them and get their approval. And once I get that approval, then I say, okay, I'm going to work with this a little bit more. And then when I bring it back the next time, I'll have put it to music. And I always make sure at the end of it to know that this is a collaboration. This is something that we wrote together. These are the patient's words. And the sense of pride that they have in these songs is remarkable. I actually did. So now I wanted to share with you a song that I wrote with a patient recently. And this was a patient. I walked into her room one day and she was just crying, just huge tears running down her face. And I asked her what was wrong, and she said, I'm just so sad. And I said, what's making you sad? And she shared with me that her sister had recently passed away. And she was feeling sad that she hadn't had a chance to say goodbye. Her sister had passed away unexpectedly in her sleep, and the two of them had been very, very close. And she was just really struggling with that. And so through music and through our session, we just started to talk. And the more she started to talk, the more stories came out, and the more things about her sister came out that she just really wanted to share. And towards the end of the session, I said, you know, you've shared so many beautiful things with me today that would make beautiful lyrics for a song. Would you be okay if I put these lyrics into, or if I put your words into a song? And I said, you know, I think that it could really serve as a way for you to say goodbye and to get that opportunity and to maybe get some closure. And she really loved that idea and gave me permission to do that. So I took all of her words home, that I had, by the way, been furiously typing on my phone, and I put them into a song, and this is the end result. I have changed the name in the song, so making sure to protect everybody's anonymity, identity, and I do have permission to share this song. So. sister Sue and I play for hours our magical retreat. Paper dolls with clothing cut from magazines, where the cares of the world remained unseen. My sister Sue and I were two peas in a pod, with forever have a bond that transcends the great beyond. The memories of her live on, I'll carry her with me, until again her face I will see. Sue always found the fun in life, brought me for the ride. She was sweet and kind and full of grace. We would laugh until we cried. In the winter we went sledding till our fingers almost froze. In the summer pulled our wagon on nowhere of any woe. My sister Sue and I were two peas in a pod, we'll forever have a bond that transcends the great beyond. The memories of her live on, I carry her with me, until again her face I'll see. Until again her face I will see. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you today how I use songwriting at end of life. And thank you for everything that you do to support music therapy. Take care.